From Kalamazoo, direct to you, it's a WKZO.com Quickcast.
I'm Lindsay Tarpley, and I'm here on behalf of the Big Brothers Big Sisters organization, and I feel very fortunate to be here because I have been through a lot throughout my soccer career, but I feel like I've accomplished what I've accomplished because of my support system and the people around me. So I feel very honored to be here, and definitely proud to be representing the Big Brothers Big Sisters organization.
You're kind of known for always wanting to come back home and be a part of the community here. I mean, is that part of the reason that you come into this and, to give back? Obviously, as you mentioned, is that what you're here for?
I know that I wouldn't be where I am today without the support of this community. So whenever I have an opportunity to come back to the area, I always try my best to do it. I do know that throughout my career, this area has been home. No matter where I am, if I'm in China or if I'm in Europe, Kalamazoo's where my heart is.
What about when you see the amount of people that came out for this event? Because you had a lot of girls, a lot of guys. I mean, it's, both sides of the spectrum. I mean, how does that make you feel?
It's very flattering. I am so excited because I'm hoping that they left today learning a little bit about me and about my character and who I am as a person, but also soccer-wise and skills that they can practice on their own to try to fulfill their dreams.
Now, obviously, you're playing professionally again. I mean, that's rolling. How's that feel? I mean, what's that about? Where do you go from here?
I'm playing in the Women's Professional Soccer League, and there are 7 teams. It's our first year. I'm playing for the Chicago Red Stars, which has been really nice to be back in the Midwest, closer to home. And it's a great environment for me to try to improve and get better every day.
Is it interesting, though, because, I mean, before they had the league that folded, obviously, the Women's League, and now it's back, and it seems to be gaining steam. I mean, that's obviously something that you want when you're in the Olympics. You want that idea that you can come back to a professional league. Definitely,
and having a professional league produces more players. And when there's more players at the same level, there is more competition. And I think that the league is going to help strengthen soccer in the United States, but also overseas. And it's important for young girls and boys to be able to watch professional soccer players and have role models to try to aspire to be to.
For years and years, they've been talking about kind of nationally, but more than that, worldwide, that soccer is gaining so much popularity. I mean, this term soccer mom or soccer dad's happening, obviously, more and more. But you look at now ESPN's doing a soccer MLS game of the week. It's something they didn't do before. Do you finally kind of see soccer gaining that mainstream appeal that maybe it lacked in the last 10 years?
It is. It's grown a lot in the United States. But when you go overseas, that's their number one sport. So coming into the United States, it's growing and it's more and more common, and kids are growing up with a ball at their feet. I told them today, I didn't grow up with a ball at my feet all the time, and I wish I would have, because now I'm 25 and I spend a lot of time with the ball trying to get those years back. And I think I've developed a lot over the past couple of years being comfortable on the ball. But now you see these kids today, they brought their own balls. So, you see them over here just with their foot on the ball. Just having a soccer ball at your feet is going to make you more comfortable with it, and that's going to translate on the field.
Take us through a little bit about your experience in China, what that was like, and how different it is than here and everything you went through there.
China was an incredible experience. They did a wonderful job of hosting the 2008 Olympics, and I felt so fortunate to be able to be a part of that. However, it is a different country and a different culture, so food was a challenge, and it was very, very hot. I think I went through a lot of shoes during that tournament because my cleats would get so wet during the games because it was so hot and humid that I'd have to switch. Just things like that. I prefer older cleats. I just like the way they fit on my foot better. So for me, it was a bit of a challenge to try to have enough cleats. That's just one example of how different it is from what we're used to going overseas and experiencing different things.
How about experiencing the opening ceremony, everything that went into that?
Unfortunately, we didn't get to take part in the opening ceremonies, but we did go to the closing ceremonies. And that's an incredible experience because, kind of like the Village, actually a kid asked about one of my favorite Olympic things. And I said the Village because it's so unique to be surrounded by so many cultures and countries, but you all have one goal. And so there's a respect that everyone has for each other, because to be an Olympic athlete, you know what it takes, and you know the sacrifices and the dedication that you've gone through to get to that point. And so, although we're all very different, we're all very similar, trying to accomplish the same goal.
You're obviously going to be speaking tonight at the dinner. I mean, what do you hope to accomplish? What do you hope to push on to some of the kids and even some of the parents that are going to be there?
Mm-hmm. I think the biggest thing is I'm excited to share my story. I've been through a lot in my career, good moments, bad moments, challenging times, but that's made me who I am today. And at the end of the day, whether it's if it's soccer, if it's a medal, it's more about who I am as a person. And I really believe that I've accomplished everything I've accomplished because of the people around me and the situations and the experiences that I've faced growing up. And I know that I wouldn't be able to be sitting here with 2 gold medals around my neck without my support system and the people from this community.
You know, some of the women that were on the team when they first won the major, you know, in the United States, the gold medal, I mean, they're obviously moved on, they've retired now. I mean, what is that like for you to see some of those people that you obviously idolized as a kid?
Yeah, that was in 2004 after we won the gold. Mia Hamm, Julie Foudy, Joy Fawcett, a lot of the core players retired. And I think I had a very unique experience because I was able to play with them and learn from them and see the way they acted and their friendships with each other. And I think that it's been really neat to see how the team is 4 years later in the 2008 Beijing Olympics, and to see all the traditions carried through. But also we're continuing to improve and continuing to get better as a team. And so it's been a very neat experience to be there when those players are on the team, and to be there now and see how much we've evolved and continuing to grow the sport of women's soccer.